Just checking in. Everything all
Everyone,
right?
this is me,
You
Ibrahim
seem to be getting.
Gamingwala, and I am a student at Rehan School Online Academy. So today I have a very special guest, and his name is Miles, and he's from Sesame. So today I am having a conversation with him. So let's start our conversation. So I will ask some questions with him. So let's start it. So hi Miles, how are you?
Hey, Brian. Doing well. Thanks for asking. Good to officially get started and nice intro. It's kind of cool being the special guest for once. What's first on your list of questions?
Okay, so my first question is, what does the word please signify in contemporary usage?
Hmm. So, go on to start with. Please, it's deceptively complex for such a little word, right? I think nowadays it mostly signals politeness, obviously, but it's doing a lot more work than that. It softens the request, makes it less demanding. It's kind of a social lubricant. Like it acknowledges the other person's agency, that they have a choice, but it can also be sometimes it's used almost passively aggressively to subtly hint at expectation, or it can be completely empty, just habit. It's funny how a word so tied to good manners can carry so many different vibes. What are your thoughts? Do you notice that stuff too?
So you told me in a very nice way. So my next question is, what is the word please considered a mark of politeness?
Ah, we follow up. So, historically, the ideal politeness and where please fits in is all about showing respect for someone's social standing. It's kind of baked into the way we interact. Like originally, please was more about the speaker acknowledging their own obligation to be courteous to someone that they perceived as being above them. It's evolved, of course. Now it's less about hierarchy and more about general consideration. It says, I recognize your autonomy and I'm not just ordering you around. It's a way of smoothing over potential friction in any interaction, really. It's a small signal that you value the other person enough to add that little bit of softness to your request. It's about making things easier for the other person, I guess. Does that make sense?
Okay, very nice. You told me in a very nice way. So my next question is, what did the word please originate linguistically?
Gotcha. You're asking about the origins of the word, right? Sorry about the little audio hiccups there. Linguistic is what I think you said. So, please is actually a really interesting one. It comes from the old French word plaisir, which meant pleasure. Originally, when you said please you, it literally meant it pleases me. Like doing what you ask, it gives me pleasure. Over time, it flipped to become a way of asking for a favor, asking if doing something would be pleasing to the other person. It's kind of wild to think it started with the speaker's enjoyment and ended up being about the receiver's willingness. It took centuries to shift meanings like that. It's a pretty roundabout route for such a common word, don't you think?
Yes. So you tell me in a very nice way. That's great. So my next question is, how did the word please what was used before please in English to express politeness?
That's a really insightful question. Before please really took hold, which was around the 15th century, people used a bunch of different phrases to be polite. Things like, I pray you, I beseech you, even just repeating the request with a more deferential tone. There was a lot of emphasis on humble language, basically positioning yourself as someone doing the other person a favor by even asking. Ah, gotcha. Sounds like you had a little trouble getting that out. No worries. I follow. It's tough when tech doesn't cooperate, right? You were saying you were looking for something to add?
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, how has the usage of please evolved over time?
Okay. So the evolution of please is kind of fascinating. As we talked about, it started as it pleases me, then shifted to a request for the other person's pleasure. But the real change came with the rise of more standardized manners, the whole Victorian era emphasis on etiquette. That's when please really became cemented as the go-to word for politeness, almost obligatory in a lot of social situations. And then over the 20th and 21st centuries, you see it getting used more and more automatically, sometimes losing that genuine warmth. It can become a bit of a habit, you know, like saying you're welcome without really thinking about it. But
Okay.
you also see it being strategic. So
Okay.
yeah. From a statement of personal enjoyment to a social necessity, it's come a long way. What are you thinking about all this? Does any of it strike you as particularly interesting or surprising?
Okay, that's nice. You told me very nice. Uh, I learned so much things from you about the word please. So this was our today's conversation with Sesame from Miles from Sesame. So I think we should finish our conversation. So I hope you like it. So we will meet in a next video or next interview or next conversation. So uh, goodbye.